back again on the FPL Battleground where we compete like king. My name is James and yes, Barrow alongside me this evening. And yes, we have a lot to talk about and that is Arsenal defense triple up. And this season you have seen that so many players, many FPL managers have been going with Arsenal defensive players, likes of Timber, Gabriel. There have been a little bit of changes for Mosquera and Saliba, and then Calafiore and the goalkeeper David Raya. So today we'll be looking at the Arsenal defense triple up. Now let's take a look at the players which we have mentioned, and yes, our focus points will be on Timber, Gabriel, and Calafiore. What do you make of these three players?
Yeah, wonderful players. I mean, Arsenal's defense is top notch. They considered only 2 goals this season and 2 goals against their biggest rival. So that shows you the level of solidity that Arteta has brought to the team.
So you don't call Man U their biggest rival because they played Man U this season?
No, Man U is not their biggest rival in terms of recent performances and in terms of the last 4-5 years how competitive the league has been. Okay. Manchester United is not their biggest rival. So I mean, see the positions they are in the defensive table. See Timber at 4th, Calafiore at 5th, and Gabriel at 16th position. So that's impressive from us now. And
he makes a whole lot of, let's say, give options. So because if you look at Timber, he started at 5.5.
Yeah, I mean,
5.8. Gabriel at 6.0, now he's on 6.1. Calafiore
that tells you everything you need to know. I mean, this is like 0.3% rise in 5 weeks.
0.2 and 0.1.
So that tells you what you need to know about Arsenal's defense.
Well, that tells you a whole lot about Arsenal's defense. Next up, right here on the FPL Battleground, we'll take a look at Calafiore. At 5.7 in game week 1, he got 13 points. Game week 2, he got 13 points. Well, it has not been really easy in game week 3 and game week 5. A clean sheet in game week 4, but then he picked up a yellow card in that game. And yes, this is what he has been able to amend. Owned by 14.2% of FPL manager all over the world. 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 clean sheet, 3 bonus points, and 20 points for defensive contribution. How huge!
Yeah, I mean, Calafiore
14%.
Calafiore is a revelation. I think the reason why he's still on 40% is that maybe a lot of people are still skeptical of if he's going to remain fit throughout the season. I mean,
if he's going to be the main man.
Yeah, if he's going to be the main man, because I mean, Skelly is that. How much time is Skelly going to get?
Yeah,
they're obviously going to share that place. So that's why he's still on 42.2%. But I think the way it's going, he's going to get majority of the games, and FPL manager should look to get him in because he's solid. He's a very solid player. He's tricky. He can shoot. He can 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 clean sheets. Even his defensive contributions are very nice. So I think Calafiore is a must-have.
Well, he had it. He says he's a must-have. Next up is the second defender, Jorian Timber. He plays as a right back, and since he was signed from Ajax, it seems that Arsenal fans, even at this point in time, would say a Jorian Timber ahead of a Benjamin White. 0.3 increase from his value at the start of the season at 5.8. In the first game week, he was injured. He didn't play. Second game week, he came with a goal and an assist. 28.3 in the third game week. 8 in the fourth game week, where he got a clean sheet and 1 against Manchester City. The 2 games Arsenal have conceded are where he hasn't gotten at least 6-7 points. And looking at the ownership, 13.5% of FPL owners, 2 goals, 1 assist, 2 clean sheets, 5 bonus points, and 30 defensive contribution. That is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy for 5 game weeks. You know, like I said, 4 game weeks. Like I said, he didn't play game week 1. Yeah. His ownership is still low because Ben White is still there. You understand? Ben White is still there in the shadow, so people are still looking like there might be rotation. You understand? But Timber is a very wonderful player. I mean, we watch him. He's very progressive. He's someone that's very attacking minded as well, and that explains that his game week 2 where they demolished Leeds United. And I mean, Arsenal is compact, so Timber is another must-have player.
Another must-have player. And talking about the top player on this list is Gabriel Magalhaes. And yes, a 6.1 rating value. And yes, in the first game week, Arsenal kept a clean sheet against Manchester United, 6 points. In the second game week against Leeds United, 6 points. In the third game week against Liverpool Football Club, it was 2. In the fourth against Nottingham Forest, it was 9. And yes, against Manchester City was 2 points. Owned by 22.8 FPL managers. No goal so far. And last season, he was the highest scoring defender last season. But this time around, no goal, no assist. 3 clean sheets, 1 bonus point, and 35 defensive contribution.
I mean, when you say no goals yet, I mean you're putting it in a rush. You know, Gabriel is still going to score goals. I still bank on him. I think he's going to end the season. Yeah, he's going to end the season with about at least 5 goals because Arsenal prioritize corner kicks, set pieces. Yeah, he's their main man when it comes. In fact, he's the person that they look at when they want to cross the ball. You understand? I mean, against Man City, we saw the way Haaland. He had to take Haaland to mark him in that 18 to show you how FPL players are now putting so much eye on him. Yeah. That's the reason for the no goals yet. But I promise you that he's going to score goals. And then he's the main man in that Arsenal's defense. He's one player that I know that is not going to get rotated this season. Yeah, which in relation to Califury and Timbers, he's the one that's going to play majority of the games. So he's a must-have, and that's why his ownership is at 22.8%.
All right, and talking about players that not going to get rotated in the Arsenal defense, you can mention the goalkeeper David Raya. Well, many are not talking about Raya, but last season he won the Golden Glove, and this time around he has continued from where he stopped. Owned by 24.4% of FPL managers, he is valued at 5.5 clean sheets in the first 2 game weeks, and in the 4th game week, 3 clean sheets, 3 defensive points, and 2 goals. Just 2 goals in 5 games. Yeah, shows how compact Arsenal defense is this season.
Yeah, it's very compact. I mean, you could look in the first game. I think this game was against Manchester United. Yeah, he had 10 points.
Made a lot of saves.
Yeah, he made a lot of saves. So it's not just the Arsenal defenders. He is a block. I mean, when you breach that Arsenal defense, you have to face him. You have to face him. Yeah, Raya is a very good defender, a very good goalkeeper, and I think he's the number 1 in the league. That's why his ownership is at 24.4%, and that's because of the other top goalkeepers from the other top clubs. Because I mean, somebody has to own them as well. True. Show some reliability on them. So 3 clean sheets in 5 games. Very nice. And they've played some top dogs already. They've played Man City, they've played Liverpool, and Man United. Yeah. So I mean, that shows you that when it comes to the smaller clubs that they are going to be facing in their next game weeks, they are going to obviously keep clean sheets for you. Well, so it's a must-have.
And that is one thing that Arsenal fans will be hoping for. And next up, let's talk about something I'm sure that is going to interest you as much as all of us right here on FPL Battleground. Hey, what is the FPL Battleground? If you don't stand a chance of winning something juicy for yourself, it is the Quiz Arena. Walk us straight to barrel.
Yeah, I mean, as usual, you stand a chance of winning $5 for the game week 6. And if you can predict the points of the following players on the screen here, we have Alex Iwobi, we have Erling Haaland, and we have Semenyo. So do yourself justice, analyze very well, predict the points of these players, and stand a chance to win $5 for game week 6.
Definitely, you have a chance of winning $5, and you know that no money is easy to get right now in the country yourself. And next up, let's take a look at the shots conceded from game week 1 to game week 5. And remember, we are focusing on the Arsenal defense. And so far, from 5 game week having played 3 big teams, we can say United, Man City, and Liverpool, Arsenal have only faced 44 shots. How huge is this?
It's very huge. I mean, it tells you a lot of their defense because, you know, to concede 44 shots in 5 games, that's an average of about 9 shots per game. So they are 4th on the table. We can see where Burnley is. Burnley has 95 shots. So that tells you a lot of Arsenal defense. They are very, very much trusted. I mean, they are only bettered by Newcastle, Bournemouth, and Liverpool. And surprising to see Liverpool there because they've conceded a lot of goals this season. But Bournemouth and Newcastle, they've been excellent as well. And Arsenal have always found a way to shut down opposition, to control the games from their midfield, so their defense doesn't even suffer.
And it says a lot about David Raya facing 44 shots and only considered 2 goals.
Yeah, and only considered 2 goals. I mean, that's
a wonderful free kick.
Very, 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 very wonderful statistics from him. So Raya is a trusted goalkeeper, and then all the Arsenal defense trustworthy.
Very much trustworthy. And next, right here on the FPL Battleground, let's look at the 2 big games that Arsenal, last 2 big games, game week 3 and game week 5. Yes, against Manchester City. We know they are a very attacking side, but surprisingly, we saw a different Manchester City at the Emirates Stadium. 5 shots they had in that game against Arsenal. And yes, when Arsenal played Liverpool at the Anfield, it was 9 shots Arsenal faced, 1 goal scored, 1 goal conceded in those games. And looking at the ball possession at the Emirates, Manchester City were able to get themselves 33% of the ball, and Liverpool 53. Very close one. And yes, after that game against Arsenal, Pep Guardiola says that Arsenal were the better team.
Well, I mean, it's very rare to have Pep Guardiola confess. You understand? So, kudos. That was a very big compliment to Arteta and the way he set up the team, you know.
And we saw Man City play 5 defense.
Yeah, I mean, who knew that Man City could park the bus?
There was no red card.
Yeah, we thought it was Jose Mourinho on the touchline. You see, they restricted Man City to 5 shots in the whole entire game. I mean, when last did Man City have 5 shots in the first half of a game? So to show you that Arsenal have found a system that works for them defensively. Yeah, they are called the most defensive team in the league this season. In fact, in the past season, yeah, some say they play negative, some say they are pragmatic, but I mean, Arteta understands what he's doing. You understand? And the fact that they say he defends a lot doesn't mean that they don't attack a lot. They defend a lot and they attack a lot. So that shows the work rates that's in that team. Yeah, so you can't just fully say that they are a defensive side. They are a side that knows what they want and how to go get what they want.
Well, they are a side that know what they want and how to get what they want. And next up, right here, let's look at the next 5 games for Arsenal Football Club. Next, it's going to be Newcastle United at the St. James's Park. We have West Ham United, Fulham, Crystal Palace, and Burnley. And FPL will tell you that the game against Newcastle United is a medium. Let's say the challenge is quite medium for West Ham United and Fulham as well as Burnley. That is a win for Arsenal. They're hoping it's going to be a win for Arsenal. But the 2 big games are against Newcastle United and Crystal Palace. Do you see Arsenal getting all 15 points in this game?
Oh, that's a tough one. You know, the Premier League is very unforgiving, and we've come to learn that there's no small team in the Premier League. No matter the position. So Arsenal has been very good. That's why 15 points from these 5 games is going to be a very hard task. But I can see them getting about 12 points. Okay. 12 points or 13 points.
Against Newcastle is the game you're not very confident.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen the way Newcastle has started this season. They just lost Isak, so I think they are trying to build on their defensive strategy. They're trying to use defense to get a lot of points now this season until they sort out their attacking options. You know, so that's why that game is going to be very tough for Arsenal. And Arsenal Newcastle has not always been a friendly game. Yeah, it's always been a very tight affair. So this game, I don't think both teams are going to score goals. I think one team is going to edge the other. And it's going to be a very tight contest.
A very tight contest. And next, right here on the FPL Battleground, since we're talking about defense, why not we mention the best Premier League defense we have seen all time? Yeah. And that was in the 2004-2005 season, where Chelsea at that time was managed by the man.
I guess
special one. Yeah. Jose Mourinho. They played 38 league games and conceded only 15 goals. Yeah. Do you think Arsenal on course for this?
Well, I mean, that's very tough. You know, Arteta is not Jose Mourinho.
You got to say that conceding just 2 goals in 5 games, in 38 matches, that is like in 8 more weeks, let's say, 2, 8, 16 goals. That's like I'm looking at conceding 16 goals if they maintain.
Yeah, well, I mean, Arsenal stands pretty in trying to do that. But like I said,
how did Jose Mourinho achieve this?
This is what I call magic. Because Jose Mourinho was crazy to do this.
One loss.
How do you lose only 1 game? How do you even concede only 15 goals in a season?
8 matches.
That 2004-2005 would have been one of the craziest seasons in the Premier League, because you can see he scored about 72 goals. Yeah. He had 29 wins, 8 draws. I mean, it's only Mourinho that can do that. So I don't think Arsenal is going to achieve that, but I think they can come close. I think they can concede about maybe 20, 26, 25. But replicating this...
No, that's why they call it a special one. And yes, you always want to remain special in the game. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're talking about, the Arsenal defense. So make your choice and choose which of the defenders to go for. Remember,
choose wisely.
Choose wisely. You can only have 3 players from a team. I'll see you all in the next episode.